everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very exciting video. Well, it's exciting for me either way. I've been wanting to share these polishes with you for a long time, but I just hadn't gotten around to swatching them, and I really wanted to wear them and everything, and I finally got done swatching them. And as soon as I was done swatching, I'm like, I need to set and film this video like now. Finally, I am getting to share with you my picks from the China Glaze collaboration with Sesame Street, the HUE collection, which I think it was such a pretty collection. I had to get some polishes from that collection. I couldn't say no. Just looking at the display, looking at the arrangement of colors together, it was just like seeing the selection made me so happy. It was such a happy arrangement of colors, in my opinion. So I believe it's 7. Yeah, I picked up 7 polishes from that collection, which it's a lot. I think usually I try to keep it to a minimum when I do my picks, but I think I went ham with this collection. I really wanted this collection. If anything, I think this was one of my favorite mainstream releases this summer. I think it had to do with the emotional and collab attachment to it. Sesame Street, I grew up watching it, and the fact that China Glaze did some hollows and did some very interesting finishes in this collection just makes my heart so happy. So enough babbling, let's go ahead and get into my picks from this beautiful collection. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the one that I knew going in that it had a horrendous formula, but I had to get it because of Big Bird. This is in the shade Beak on Fleek. I mean, just the name alone. Just the name alone, you guys. And it's a yellow. It's a matte yellow though. And on my swatch picture, you're gonna see it on its finish. No top coat, no matte top coat, just showing you how it is, how it dries and everything. And I personally love the finish on this beautiful shade of yellow. I think it's fantastic. Yes, it's 3 coats, but it applies very easy. It does dry super fast, you know, as usual with China Glaze mattes, but I feel like it's easy to apply when you're working with it, especially when you know how China Glaze mattes work. Just work fast. I think the problem with this polish is that it doesn't self-level very well, but like the consistency of this polish is good, and like the brush, the new brush, really helps with application. It's just that it doesn't self-level well, so that's what's keeping it from being a good matte. I knew it was gonna be a formula problem with this one, but I couldn't leave it behind for the name, for Big Bird, and for the fact that it's a yellow and it had a matte finish. I had to have this one. I thought it was unique, and I couldn't pass on it, you guys. So with all that being said, this is Beak on Fleek on 3 coats, and if you're not willing to deal with the special polish, don't pick it up. But if you're willing to deal with it for the sake of remembrance and Big Bird, then get it. I mean, you can't beat a sentimental attachment to a polish. The other polish that I decided to pick, not necessarily because it was a unique addition to my stash, but because I was very intrigued for the finish, just like Beak on Fleek. It's for real though, and this is the bright pink in the collection. Just look at that pink. I mean, it's so bright, and that's true color. That's how it shows up on your nail. It's so squishy on the nail, which that is what intrigued me. The way I saw live application on this polish, I wanted that on my nail. This beautiful shade only took 2 coats to be fully opaque on my nails, but I can see how if you have longer nails, you might need 3. It looks very squishy on the nails. It's definitely like a jelly-ish type of formula. I did not add a top coat to this polish because I wanted to show you the glossy finish that it has. I think it's part of the jelly-ish formula that it has again. It's just such a natural glossy finish. Beautiful look to the nail, super squishy. Now again, probably not the most unique shade. I probably do own a lot of polishes in this shade, because if anything, when it comes to pinks, if I wear them, they're either hollow or super bright, and I do own a lot of bright pinks, but the finish specifically is what intrigued me, and it delivered. So if you're looking for a specific finish when it comes to this shade, like a jelly squishy look on your nails. For real though, from China Glaze, it's such a good one, and I know you're gonna love it. Of course, from this collection I couldn't leave behind the hollows, so after that I swatched the first hollow in this collection, which is Grover-et, and it is the dark blue one in this collection. Look at that. I mean, look at all that hollow and look at that base. It's stunning, you guys. 2 coats to be fully opaque on the nail. On the first coat, it does go a little bit streaky, but the second coat fixes it all with all that holographic glitter, because this is more of like a scatter. Sorry, that S was too long. This is more of like a scattered holographic. It will dry a little bit textured, so make sure you do add a glossy top coat. And when it comes to removing, it might be a little bit of scrubbing, but not a lot. So a good glossy top coat to finish this off. My polish does have a wonky brush though, so I did struggle a little bit with application, but if you don't have a wonky brush, I don't see any issues with this formula. I think the only reason why mine was streaky on the first coat is because of that wonky brush. This one reminds me of the one from the Vanessa Hudgens Cosmic Dreams collection, which I cannot remember the name of, and if you missed that review, I will link it up in the cards and in the description box. But there's a similar shade to this one. If you ask me which one I prefer, definitely go for this one. Grover is much better. You definitely get a lot more hollow on your nails, so yeah. And I think this is more readily available than Sinful Colors now, so yeah, highly recommend Grover, and I'm so happy that I got this one in my stash. You guys know I love blues, so I had to pick up the other blue in this collection as well, and this is in the shade That Color though, and just look at this. This is blue full coverage micro glitter, and I'm gonna go on a limb and say that this one is not holographic, but please correct me if I'm wrong. I swatched this at night, and even though I did take a picture with my flash on, I didn't get any hollow flare. So I think this is literally just blue micro glitter with maybe some silver glitters in there, but I don't think this is holographic polish. But if you're taking this outdoors and using the hollow, correct me. Again, I haven't been outdoors with this polish, so I may be wrong. Anyway, my thoughts on this one, That Color though. It did take 3 coats to be fully opaque. Again, air quotes, because I noticed that my nail, my pointer finger, there's some spots where it's not really fully opaque. It could be due to my application. Again, I did this at night, so maybe I was not being, you know, pretty consistent with my application, because the other 3 nails look pretty good in 3 coats, to be honest. I can see this polish being a good topper with a similar like color, maybe over a darker blue or like a light blue, or you know, just over a blue just in general, because the base is a little bit tinted. It is a tinted blue base, slightly tinted, not too bad, but I don't think that if you put it like over a colored polish, the other shade will really come out as beautiful as it will over a blue. So overall thoughts, you know, 3 coats to be fully opaque. I did notice that it did take a long time for it to dry, so I don't know what's the deal there. It is 3 coats, but I thought I gave it enough time to dry, so there's that. Also, if I could go back in time, I probably wouldn't have picked this up. I probably missed it when I was watching reviews, because again, I always watch reviews before I make my selections. But I don't know, I thought this one was gonna be, I don't know, maybe I thought this one was gonna be more like a hollow, more like a Grover-et, maybe more similar to this, that it was gonna have more pigment to it than it does. And once I swatched it, it was not what I was expecting. I like it. I think it's a beautiful polish, but I don't think I want to wear it on 3 coats. And I think the glitter payoff in this polish is so good that I don't think I would like it as a topper either. So if I could go back in time, I would leave this behind, but it's still a good polish. Again, it's all down to preference, you guys. You know, some of the polishes from this collection I didn't pick up, but I'm pretty sure there's some of your favorites. So yeah, That Color though, it's pretty, but I could do without. Moving on to the other holographic polish in this collection. I told you guys I picked them all. I had to try them all. This one is in the shade Monsterpiece, and this shade is beautiful. If you picked up this collection, you guys, I was very surprised with the depth this shade has, that I think it would be perfect, especially for this transitional period when we're moving into fall. It's beautiful. So this is your friendly reminder that if you own this polish, I think it's a perfect time to wear it right now. This is Monsterpiece, I already said that. And it only took 2 coats to be fully opaque on my nails. It's beautiful. I personally think that this is like a perfect combo of both scattered and linear hollow, because you can definitely see some holographic glitter in there. But when you're out there in the sun, you definitely see some linear hollow. So it's so beautiful. It is one of the most holographic polishes from China Glaze that I own. And I am saying this in comparison to like Mahalo at Me, which was released either last summer or 2 summers ago. I can't remember. And some of the flat hollows from what was the throwback China Glaze holographic collection that they did. I forgot the name of that collection, but yeah, this is a really good hollow from China Glaze, you guys. This is, wow, like really, really good. If you don't have a holographic in this shade and you haven't gotten into indies, let me tell you, the drugstore is stepping it up, and China Glaze has a great example of that right here with Monsterpiece. Up next, I have what turned out to be another favorite for me in this collection, you guys. Again, I don't know why I was expecting this to be a linear holographic, because it's not. It's another micro glitter, a full coverage micro glitter polish. This is in the shade Free to Be Sesame, and like I said, that color though is another full coverage micro glitter, but I want you to see the difference as to why this is a favorite and this was not. This one is a lot heavier on the base, and this one is heavier on the glitter, and I think you can see just in the bottle how much glitter this one has. This one has so much more glitter than this one, and I mean, I can see it in the bottle, but I'm not sure if it's coming across in the camera. This beautiful polish has not only the most beautiful shade of green, well, one of the most beautiful shades of green when it comes to glitters, but it also has blue glitters and holographic glitters. All of these beautiful glitters are floating in a slightly tinted base, which works perfectly for full opacity. It only took 2 coats to get fully opaque. The polish evens out so great, which doesn't leave room for bald spots like the blue one. The blue one, I mean, you saw some bald spots on my swatch picture. This one doesn't leave any, period. And it evens out amazingly. I mean, obviously it dries slightly texture because of all the glitter, but just add some top coat and you are done. It's stunning. It twinkles. It's beautiful. I love this polish so much for the formula, for the color, for the unexpected surprise. It's just stunning, you guys. Stunning, stunning, stunning. I love it. Free to Be Sesame is a highly recommended polish from this release. If you're gonna pick one up, let this be one of those that you pick up. After that, I swatched the one polish that when I saw the whole collection, you know, obviously I wanted the hollows, you know, of course I wanted to try, and those were immediate picks for me. But this is the one out of the other colors that I saw that I knew I wanted to have because it's orange, and I just like the glow. I'm like, yeah, that one I know for sure I want to add to my cart. Just look at that, you guys. Look at that glow. Look at how beautiful that is. This is in the shade Ernie Your Stripes, and this is opaque in 3 coats, which was a little surprising to me. I thought I was going to be able to get it opaque in 2 coats, but no, it actually did take all 3 coats. It builds the way an indie does, which I actually, to be honest, I respect, because had they done it any other way, the glow from within wouldn't have shown. So I am so glad that China Glaze did the formula the way they did. Had they done it any other way, or that shimmer would have not come through. So as I was working on it, I'm like, yeah, it's 3 coats, but it's 3 thin buildable coats, and it reminded me of all these other indies, all this glow from within indies, that as you're building up, you're seeing all that shimmer components that they put in coming through. So it just took me to an indie polish, so I appreciate that. You know, I love that mainstreams are doing what they have to do to make the shimmer that they put in the bottle show up on the nail. So for that, I respect China Glaze. Even if it takes 3 coats, I would rather do 3 coats and have what's in the bottle show up on my nails. This polish gave me an instant tan, which I love, and it's so glowy. It's glowy, it delivers. Thank you, China Glaze, for putting this beautiful glowy shimmer on my nails and not leaving it behind on the bottle. Really love this polish. If you're looking for something glowy, this is a good one, you guys. And I also think that if you're a seasonal wearer, this is a good transitional polish as well. Last but definitely not least is the last polish with the holographic component. This is Living in the Elmo-Moment, right? Did I say that right? No, it's Living in the Elmo-Ment. There you go. And I left this till the end because, you know, I thought, oh, it's red with holographic glitters. We all know how that looks like. I didn't. This polish is another one that took me aback. This polish is so much beautiful on the nails than it even looks here on the bottle, you guys. I mean, just look at that bottle shot. This is gorgeous. I mean, even here on the bottle, you're like, okay, that's pretty, but we know how a holographic glitter looks on a red base. No, you don't. You gotta have this on your nails. It's so stunning. 2 coats to be fully opaque. 2 beautiful coats to be fully opaque. The way this glitters builds is wow. It's just so amazing. It leads me to believe that some of the glitters in here are sort of iridescent. Again, it kind of reminds me of like an indie polish because some of those glitters become so colorful in your nail that yes, you're seeing some hollow, but you're also seeing all sorts of twinkling shades on your nails. It's so pretty, you guys. This is such a fun, colorful polish. It looks amazing indoors and outdoors. You do not need the sun for this to twinkle. This is stunning. Good job, China Glaze. Again, this, oh my gosh, top pick right here again. Unexpected favorite. I thought I knew what I was getting myself into with this polish, but oh my goodness, I love to be proven wrong. And Living in the Elmo-Ment is such a top pick for me. Such a favorite of the year because it was so much more than what the bottle shows. And this shade of red, I mean, just take a moment for that shade of red. Take a moment for that shade of red, you guys. It's so vibrant, so perfect, so juicy. Love it. All right, guys, with that, I wrap my picks from the HUE collection, and I was actually wrong. I picked up 8. So that's a lot from this collection. That's a handful of polish. Even though that's a lot, I did leave some behind, and off the top of my head, I cannot think which ones I did because, you know, I obviously didn't care for them. I know that sounds mean, but I honestly don't remember which ones are the ones I left behind, but I know I did leave some behind. So off of these ones, if I really had to narrow it down for you guys, I will say I will definitely take you to go get this 2. If you are really on a budget, I think this 2 will knock you off your feet. Living in the Elmo-Ment and Free to Sesame. But if you just want to dip your toes into the holographic world, Monsterpiece is a beautiful hollow, stunning. And this is like an indie at a drugstore, to be honest, but by the way it was formulated, I personally think so. So yeah, guys, of course I love all the other polishes, that's why I purchased them, but those are my top of the bunch. And I really appreciate you guys for sticking around once again to talk about polish. If you picked up anything from this collection, share your top picks in the description down below. Do you agree with me? Do you not? It's okay if you don't. Let's help each other out. I know a lot of people wait till they finally go on clearance to pick polish up. I know I waited. I think I picked mine up from Skyline Beauty Supply. I will link that website in the description box as well. And I think over there they retail for $3.50, which is a really good price, you guys. And I think they have free shipping over $30. So go check it out if you are interested. As always, you guys, thank you so much for spending some of your time with me today. I have more mainstream picks coming up. I'm just catching up with swatches because, you know, I want to make sure that I swatch them all for you and have pictures to share. So stay tuned for those. Subscribe if you are interested in those videos, and